African immigrants must now pay $15,000. It's called a bond, according to the administration, to apply for a USA visa. Put it up full mask. That's a hell of an application fee. The application fee is 15 grand. The Trump administration has added 7 countries, including 5 in Africa, to the list of nations whose passport holders are required to post bonds of up to $15,000 to apply to enter the United States. 13 countries, all but 2 of them in Africa, are now on the list, which makes the process of obtaining a U.S. visa basically impossible for many, which was the idea. The State Department last week quietly added Bhutan, Botswana, and Central African Republic, Guinea-Bissau, and Namibia, and the Turkmenistan to the list. Those designations took effect on the 1st of January. That's according to a notice posted by travels.state.gov website. Rubio's in charge. It's the latest effort by the Trump administration to tighten requirements for entry to the U.S., in particular with black folk, including requiring citizens from all countries that require visas to sit for an in-person interview and disclose years of social media histories, as well as detailed accounts of their families' previous travel and their previous travel, and their families and their living arrangements. U.S. officials have defended the bonds, which can range from $5,000 to $15,000, maintaining they are effective to ensure the citizens of targeted countries do not overstay their visas. Now, I want you to understand the amount of information they're requiring. They're not simply asking for the social media history of the individual applying, or the living background, meaning where have you lived during this period, and this period. So your opinion matters. So if you have an opinion that's adversarial to elements of America, really adversarial to Trump, if you're adversarial to Democrats, I'm sure they don't give a damn. But that becomes an issue. Also, your family members' social media, your family members' background and history of living becomes part of the process now officially. Payment of the bond does not guarantee a damn thing. It is an application fee. Once again, it does not guarantee a visa will be granted, but the amount will be refunded. You can hold your breath on that one. In my opinion, the amount will be refunded according to the administration if the visa is denied, or when a visa holder demonstrates they have complied with the terms of the visa. The new countries covered by the requirement are listed here, and were all placed on the list in August and October of last year. The reality of this list, people of color, in particular African nations. In particular, the nations that Trump historically always goes after. Now, why have so much red tape? Why have additional bureaucracy? Why have undefined parameters? Who's in my family? Who are we talking about? We're talking about my mom, my dad, or we're talking about my cousins? We're talking about my uncle and aunts, or we're talking about my grandparents? Who do we mean? Well, these are the parameters that become very subjective to the administration's interpretation. Once again, it's rooted in racism. It's rooted in bigotry. It's rooted in white first, because the white Africans, they didn't have to go through such a process. They don't have to pay a $15,000 bond. Black Africans do. White Africans do not. Senator, thoughts here?
Bring the heat on that, Doc. Yeah, those white Africans from South Africa, the Africana to be exact, Dutch, that came into South. Anyway, I'm going to put that in the parking lot. Doc, black in America or black in the diaspora. Okay.
Right.
Different rules. You know, the standard is always higher. The hurdle is always higher. The mountain is always higher. But mask off. Just understand it. total mask off. And this is not the first time that the United States of America has had a different set of rules for immigrants who may be trying to get into this country who are not from the northern part, in particular, of Europe. The Chinese Exclusion Act comes to mind. Immigration and Naturalization Act had some things in it that totally discriminated against people from areas that are of color. Particularly though, in this moment, Doc, this is total 100% unequivocally anti-Black racism with some other people of color mixed in there. Mask off.
Mask off. Well said.